In this video, I will be explaining how to use a Makefile to compile and run talkingpic.c on your PIC32. This process will be repeated throughout the rest of the examples in the book. First, navigate to your PIC32 quickstart directory. Type dir to see its contents. Notice a directory called skeleton. dir skeleton. This shows the Makefile, NU32.c, NU32.h, and NU32 bootloaded.ld. NU32.c and .h are the NU32 library, which contain functions that are useful to use when programming the PIC. NU32 bootloaded.ld contains the linker script, which will be discussed later. The Makefile contains a set of recipes that tell your computer what commands to run in order to program the PIC32. We need to edit this file before we can use it. Type start notepad++ skeleton/makefile to edit the Makefile. Now notice these first 5 lines. In your Makefile, everything after the equal sign will be blank. You need to fill these lines in with the appropriate path from your computer. XC32 path contains the path to the XC32 executable. In this case, it's c://program files x86 microchip XC32 v1.40/bin. Notice that we added /bin to the install directory of XC32 path. You should have noted this install directory when we were installing XC32. Notice that I've substituted backslashes with forward slashes in the Makefile. This is a backslash and this is a forward slash. We want to use forward slashes almost exclusively in the Makefile. Next, we want our harmony path, and finally the path to the NU32 utility. That's the bootloader utility we just used. So in this case, it's c:/users/student/NU32, and it's in the quickstart directory, so /pic32 quickstart. This allows the Makefile to find the NU32 utility. Our COM port was COM3, so we add //./COM3. Then our terminal emulator is PuTTY, and that's just sitting in the NU32 directory. So it's c:/users/student/NU32/PuTTY.exe. Save the Makefile, and then go back to the command prompt. We're going to be copying the skeleton directory for every new project that we make. So for Talking Pic, let's create a new Talking Pic directory. Make dir Talking Pic. Now copy the contents of the skeleton directory into Talking Pic. Copy skeleton/star.star, which copies all files in the skeleton directory, Talking Pic. Now we have the Makefile and all the files we need in the Talking Pic directory. Finally, copy talkingpic.c, which contains the main program, into the Talking Pic directory. Let's cd into the Talking Pic directory. Now notice that we have this Makefile here. The Makefile will compile all the .c files in the directory, then link them together to form an ELF file using the NU32 bootloaded.ld linker script, and then create a hex file. You can then use the Makefile to write the hex file to the PIC32 and also to run the terminal emulator. So to compile our program, type make and press enter. Now put the PIC32 into bootloading mode by holding the reset and user buttons and releasing the reset button. You should see a flashing LED. Type make write to write your program to the PIC32. This is just calling the NU32 utility. Finally, type make PuTTY to launch the PuTTY terminal emulator. This allows you to communicate with the PIC32. Now we can type things in PuTTY. Notice that when you type in PuTTY, nothing shows up, and press enter. So I just typed this JJJ and press enter, and then the PIC responded JJJ. Type some more, and every time you type, the LEDs on the PIC32 should rotate. Flash. Okay, well that's it. You can close the terminal emulator, and now you've successfully programmed and communicated with the PIC32. So to summarize, when you want to make a new program now, you don't need to edit the Makefile every time. Simply make a new folder and copy the files from the skeleton directory to this new folder. Then add any files that you are working on with your main program. Then you can use Make to compile your program.